Peace, mercy, and blessings of God be upon you. Welcome to a new video for this day. Do like and subscribe, and let's start. Today, we're diving into the incredible stories of cars that literally saved their companies from the brink of bankruptcy. You know, in the car business, sometimes you hit a rough patch. Sales are down, the designs are stale, and you're burning through cash faster than a '69 Hemi Cuda at the drag strip. But then, every so often, a car comes along that changes everything. These are the cars that single-handedly turned companies around. The automotive lifelines that brought brands back from the dead. Now, purists, cover your ears for a second. When Porsche announced they were building an SUV, people thought they'd lost their minds. Sports car company, SUVs, seemed like a recipe for disaster. But boy, were they wrong. The Cayenne was a smash hit. It brought in a whole new customer base, folks who wanted Porsche performance but needed the practicality of an SUV. Sales went through the roof. Porsche was suddenly swimming in cash, and it allowed them to keep making those incredible sports cars we all love. Who knew an SUV could be a sports car company's savior? Remember the Ford Taurus? Back in the 80s, Ford was in a real slump. Their cars were, to put it kindly, uninspired. But then came the Taurus, a game changer. With its aerodynamic design, it looked like nothing else on the road. It was modern, it was fuel efficient, and it was a hit with families. The Taurus became the best-selling car in America, and it put Ford back on the map. It showed the world that Ford could still innovate and build cars people actually wanted to drive. Plus, it gave us the Taurus Show, a sleeper sedan with a Yamaha V6 that could really scoot. Bentley, the name synonymous with luxury and craftsmanship, was struggling to stay afloat in the early 2000s. They needed a car to appeal to a younger, more modern audience. Enter the Continental GT, a sleek and sporty coupe that re-energized the brand. It was a Bentley that could hold its own against the best sports cars, but still offered that signature Bentley luxury. The Continental GT was a massive success, attracting a whole new generation of Bentley buyers. It proved that luxury and performance could go hand in hand, and it breathed new life into this storied British marque. Lamborghini, known for its outlandish supercars, wasn't always in the fast lane. Before the Gallardo came along, Lamborghini was barely making ends meet. They needed a car that was more accessible, something that could bring in bigger sales numbers. The Gallardo was Lamborghini's answer. It was still a wild, exotic machine, but it was more affordable and easier to live with than the big V12 models. The Gallardo became Lamborghini's best-selling model, bringing in much-needed revenue and ensuring the company's future. The Camaro, an American icon, but by the mid-2000s it had faded away. GM had discontinued the Camaro, and it looked like the muscle car era was over. But then, something incredible happened. GM brought the Camaro back in 2009, and it was a sensation. The new Camaro was retro-inspired, with styling cues from the classic 1969 model. It was powerful, it was affordable, and it reignited the passion for American muscle cars. The Camaro's revival saved not only the model itself, but also breathed new life into the Chevrolet brand. Think back to the 1970s. The oil crisis hit, and people were scrambling for fuel-efficient cars. Honda, a relatively new player in the US market, had just the car, the Civic. The Civic was small, it was reliable, and it sipped gas. It was the perfect car for the times. The Civic became a huge success, establishing Honda's reputation for quality and fuel efficiency. It laid the groundwork for Honda's dominance in the US market, proving that sometimes small cars can make a big impact. These are just a few examples of the cars that didn't just sell well, they rescued entire companies. They remind us that in the automotive world, innovation and a little bit of luck can make all the difference. These cars didn't just save their companies, they shaped the industry, influencing design trends and setting new standards for performance and technology. What other cars do you think deserve a spot on this list? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into automotive history and the stories behind the cars we love. Subscribe to our channel to receive the latest updates. Thanks for watching.